All right, I'll be up. Thank you. Tonight we continue our 5-day 10-question series with District 4 congressional candidates, incumbent Val Hoyle and challenger Monique DeSpain. Now, in the last week I asked each of them 10 identical questions about key issues that voters want to know about. They were not told in advance what the question would be, and each had 60 seconds to answer. At 60 seconds, we quit recording. And now at 5, we begin with challenger Monique DeSpain. Homelessness is one thing, and affordable housing is another. What do you think is standing in the way of more housing construction locally and allowing families to purchase an affordable home? You have 1 minute to respond.
Matt, you're absolutely right. The homeless issue is very multifaceted, complex, but we can address it, and we should. And the housing shortage is another. I absolutely reject the housing first model. That acts like it's just about a house, right? All the problems can be solved that way. The biggest problem, what's the problem? It's the government. It's state, local, and federal government that is in the way of businesses. I was just endorsed by National Federation of Independent Businesses because I will support businesses by reducing permitting, regulation, and all of these barriers to prosperity. Keep it simple. Let's all agree on what the goal is it to build housing, then remove all the barriers. Right now, the biggest barrier is the government.
Again, the candidates have not been told in advance what that question is, and here is Congresswoman Democrat Val Hoyle. Question number 8. Homelessness is one thing, and affordable housing is another. What do you think is standing in the way of more housing construction locally, allowing families to purchase an affordable home? You have 60 seconds to answer the question.
So, housing insecurity and the lack of housing is something that isn't unique to Oregon. We're seeing it all across the country. So, we do need to build more housing, and I want to applaud Governor Tina Kotek for really leaning in on this and trying to pass legislation that would allow for us to build more housing. But as I said previously, and I'll say it again, the solution in Eugene and Corvallis is going to be different than in Douglas County or in John Day. So we have to work with local municipalities to make sure that they can build the housing stock. They have the ability to do that. Much of this legislation and those rules are at the local level. So I work with local communities on the solutions that they think will be most effective. But it's critical, and we have to do it if we're going to house our workforce.
And coming up tonight on KEZI 9 News at 6, I asked Val Hoyle and Monique DeSpain to address division between lawmakers and how they plan to work with other lawmakers in a bipartisan way to get work done.